Colleagues, don't forget to grab a bottle of water by the door. That water is meant for you, but unfortunately our tables are small. Then we chose to put our water there. So grab a bottle and you sit. Masizole. Masizole, colleagues. Masizole. Colleagues, we also have ushers. You can raise your hand if you need a bottle of water without even standing and going and walking there. You just raise your hand. We have ushers amongst us that are going to assist. These are the two tables. These two tables. But bambaza afuni lahlala nani phaya. Akho nto ndizayithetha ke kuni nina niza kwenza into yenu ngendlela yenu. I'm not announcing anything. Okay. Okay. Let me take this opportunity to greet our chairperson of council in absentia, the council members that are present here today, our vice chancellor, our DVCs present here today, the convocation president and his executive, the executive directors that are present today, the deputy directors, the directors, our distinguished donors, the executive deans and their deputy executive deans, the HODs and their deputy HODs, the professors and doctors who are here today, our distinguished alumni, colleagues and friends, good morning. We have apologized for starting a bit late. Therefore, I'm not going to waste time. I am calling upon Mr. Gonda Makala to come on stage and welcome us. Mr. Makala is the acting manager, alumni giving and philanthropy. Let's give Mr. Makala a big round of applause as he is joining me.
Let me take this opportunity to greet everybody who is here. I'm not going to do a protocol as our program director has made it already. I want to say all protocol is observed. Mine is to do a welcoming and the opening remarks. I would like to take this opportunity to warmly welcome and thank you all for being here today. When we think about our daily work in our office, we often focus on making things work for our alumni and to keep our institution moving forward with a good image, both internally and externally. But today, Can I hear, but today? We are pausing to reveal something far more fundamental. We are here to launch the Gate Portal, which will assist the office and the university at large in reaching out to as many alumni as possible. Your availability and presence means a lot to us as the office and to the university at large. We want to welcome you all to this special launch. In our line of work, relations and relationships are everything. Our office is responsible for the most valuable yet most fragile asset this university owns, the lifelong most of our alumni. In closing, I would like to align this launch with what our former president, Tatu Rolihlahla Mandela, introduced. The concept of moral regeneration movement. And he also termed it with RDP, Reconstruction Development Program. As we are in this launch today, I want you to align the actual event of the launch, the actual portal, with these terms: the moral regeneration movement, the reconstruction development. With those words, I want to warmly welcome all of you and be at home. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Makala. Thank you so much. He is saying, let's feel at home. And we are now gathered here for what he termed as something that is valuable but yet fragile. Can we give Mr. Makala a big round of applause, colleagues? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I am now crossing over to an executive address. This one is going to be done by Umama Wekaya. You know, kuthe, let's feel at home. Ikaya liyabanda uma lingena mama. And we are blessed to have our own mother with us. And as a result, I request, colleagues, that we stand and welcome our mother with a big round of applause. Thank you. Over to you, Prof. Mgwebi, Vice Chancellor.
Thank you very much. I don't know if you can feel the energy in the air, but hey, this alumni office is becoming a bit dramatic. But I love the spirit that it's bringing. Thank you very much, colleagues. A very good morning to you all. I want to do a special welcome to council members who are supporting us. Particularly here now we have Mr. Jahana sitting here, and is supportive on behalf of council, of course. And in a moment we may see the chair coming, if he's not called to do his judge duties. But we are expecting the chair to join us. Program Director, thank you very much for this warm morning, warm welcoming of this community here. We are really excited about this new development. We also, I believe we are also online. So I also want to welcome our distinguished alumni and friends who are online, our students and our partners. I'm not too fond of the word donor, but yes, we do have donors. But we want to turn our donors to our partners so that they donate, but they become partners in what we do. And ladies and gentlemen, as I said, good morning. So it's a milestone for us at the university. This is a big milestone. This is actually what's supporting our aspirations in all that we are moving forward to. It's a new chapter in the history of the university to have this successful institutions internationally, in fact globally. They've got very strong alumni networks. And this is just the beginning of that foundation for us. We recognize that graduation is not only the end of a relationship with the university, it's the beginning of a lifelong partnership. Once you graduate, we need to keep our graduates with us. We often speak of graduates as former students. We should think differently about that they are not our past. They are actually our present, just playing a different role. They are one of our greatest assets for the future. So as I said, that most successful universities across the world have recognized that alumni are not only the custodians of heritage of the institution, but they are powerful partners in shaping the future because they've got influence. Some of them have got lots of money. We want the money. But we also want their influence, but we also want to demonstrate that the knowledge that they've gained from the university is useful because they impact society. And we're very proud of our alumni. Alumni are also tied in with, some of them are in philanthropy. So philanthropy in South Africa towards higher education has become an increasingly important pillar of university sustainability. We know government funding is dwindling, if not remaining where it is. And according to Inyatelo's national survey of 10 South African universities, that was in 2020. I know there's a recent survey now, but in 2020, philanthropic giving reached 2.3 billion rands, with 50% of those donations from South African donors themselves. So there is support out there for higher education. But perhaps even more importantly, universities that invested in building meaningful relationships with their alumni and supporters achieved returns on fundraising investment of about 19 to 40%, which is well above the international rate of 8 to 12%. So you may think there's no support for higher education in South Africa, but there is. So universities just need to position themselves and be structured in that positioning. But internationally, the picture is even more compelling. In the US, for example, there's what they term charitable giving. It has become embedded in university culture. It's very sophisticated in the US, the giving culture. There are a lot of organizations that support universities to get money, even NGOs and so on. So research has shown that the private philanthropy in the US accounted for approximately 44% of basic research funding at American universities, while philanthropic support for research institutions is estimated in the US at about 30 billion US dollars annually. So there is a lot of support for what we do as universities. And beyond higher education, the culture of giving in the US is remarkable. Giving USA report showed that Americans donated 499 billion US dollars to charitable causes in 2022. I'm not saying we are for charity, but our cause actually supports charity. So this reminds us that the greatest strength of any institution is not only lying on the generosity of a few organizations, but on the commitment of those individuals who continue to believe in the institution that helped shape their own lives. So the alumni I've engaged with since January, they really want to be connected with the university. But they want to be given a cause that they can champion. So this is the beginning of that platform here. Not only to identify graduates who are seeking employment, but also to keep connected with the alumni who are seeking to help us. So I see this alumni portal here as the foundation of a lifelong partnership between our university and every graduate who has ever called this institution home. So we celebrate this reality now that this is where we are, and this is where we are going, and this is how we are going to do it. We've produced thousands of graduates over many decades. Our alumni are doctors in rural communities, they are teachers, they are scientists, the entrepreneurs, the public servants, they are artists enriching our culture, and business leaders, so you name it. Each one of our alumni represents a living legacy of this institution. So we must assist the alumni to keep connected with us so we can continue writing the story of our university. So when I arrived in January, earlier this year, one of the priorities emerging from our strategy renewal process was that institutional transformation cannot be achieved by the university acting alone. So the future belongs on these strong ecosystems and ecosystems of partnership. Because government alone cannot sustain higher education, it's a reality. And universities alone cannot solve society's challenges. So we have to build platforms for collaboration. So that philosophy guided the work that we are going through now, but also throughout my work in previous relationships and previous organizations in building partnerships, particularly for research and innovation. So the lesson has become clear that people invest in institutions that they trust and institutions with purpose. If you do not have a purpose, no one is going to come to you because you don't know what you stand for. An institution with whom they maintain meaningful relationships. So that lesson is equally true for universities. So this is not just a database for us to be able to get data and see who's doing what where. It's more than that. It's a platform for connection. And also for a platform for celebrating success, because we can pick up stories from that platform. So our new institutional strategy, now, I can safely say that now, council members here, it positions us very, very, very well. It's a development agenda, transformative education, impactful research, meaningful societal engagement, and the signature themes that we've identified on Food Futures, One Health and Justice and Governance and leadership provide an opportunity for alumni to become active partners in shaping the future of our region, our country, and our continent. Some of the alumni listening from wherever you are, some of you may contribute your expertise, others may provide mentorship, some may host student internships, others may supervise postgraduate students, some may open doors to partnerships, others may invest financially in scholarships, infrastructure or research. Every contribution matters. We not only want money, we also want your skill, your intellect, we want your advice, We want you to be an advocate for the university, because universities are not only strengthened through financial resources, but intellectual capital is important, professional networks are important, and the commitment for future generations. So I would like to close and say, I'm inviting you to stay connected, those who are alumni, but also for us here at the university to stay awake to these opportunities, to read the journeys of our graduates and to support one another. Help us tell the story of University Walter Sisulu, and therefore we will ensure that the legacy of our university continues to inspire generations yet to come. Thank you very much, Program Director.
Thank you so much, VC. Thank you so much. Colleagues, we've learned that this is a new chapter that has been started by the university, and this platform is just leveling a ground for the support that we will be getting from one of our own, the family that has been out there, those we have been referring to as the past. They have graduated, they've left the system. But today, the Vice Chancellor is reminding us that that's our family. We cannot refer them to people of the past. Instead, let's reconnect and ensure that we work together and tell the WSU story together. And again, I request that we give a big round of applause to our Vice Chancellor. Thank you so much. I am now requesting Madam Tabang Galage, the acting manager, student development and graduate mentorship, to come on stage and give us a background and a vision of the portal. Can we please welcome Ms. Galage on stage?
Thank you, Program Director. Have already been introduced, Rose Galake, Acting Manager, Student Development in the Alumni Office. My role this morning is to briefly give a background of the portal and the vision of the portal. As WSU right now, we graduate a lot of students, but after the graduation, we lose contact. Oh, okay. Microphone, okay. Sorry. All right, thank you very much. After we graduate our student, we tend to lose contact with them. So the role of the portal today is actually close those bottlenecks that we are having. Currently, our data is very fragmented as institution. In terms of students or our alumni get into different spaces of employment. And in the system, it will be recorded that so-and-so is in this organization, in this portfolio. But as the student is taking ranks within the work environment or changes the work environment, the information still remains the same in the institution. It's not changing as changes happen. Some of the alumni change numbers, so it's hard to actually keep in touch with the new records of where alumni are as they grow within the industry, different industries. So this portal is going to make it easy for graduates to actually go into the portal and update the information wherever they are, whenever there is a need for them to actually to do so. Meaning that we are going to have a clean data as the institution that is very verified and current. Another thing that the portal is going to assist the institution with is to measure graduate success. In terms of, as the institution, we are going to know how many graduates who are employed. We are also going to know how long they take before they actually find employment. The higher education as a sector and the institution, you find that we account for enrollments. We also account to say students take this X number of years within the system before they actually graduate. But after graduation, that data does not exist anymore. But with this portal that we are launching today, the institution is going to be able to account and know that so-and-so graduated, so-and-so has not yet got the job. Therefore, our students takes X number of years as our alumni before they can actually find any employment. We are also going to know which sectors are we producing our students for. Where are they? How are they doing there? Which skills do they need? And that information is going to be relevant for the institution to keep growing and advancing our students, making them future-ready graduates as the institution is all about. Another important role that the portal is going to play is to know whether the very same alumni we are talking about, are they in the same qualifications that they studied or they diverted. We are going to be able to have that information. How many are entrepreneurs? I cannot overemphasize the importance of entrepreneurship, because that's where the job creation comes very important. That's where they actually create jobs for others. So we will be able to know that. And how many who are pursuing postgraduate and in which institutions, because that is going to indicate career progression of our students. So there is, through this portal, the faculties, when we are doing faculty consultations before we can actually come and launch this program, I think it's the Faculty of Education. They indicated that through this portal they can even enroll in faculty rankings, because the information is going to be readily available there, because we know that the information is key for people to know what is going on and where. And through the information that is being shared, public get to trust. But if that information is not readily available, it's hard to build trust. So this is what the portal is actually going to provide. It's also going to be very, very important for program viability, because you will know that in these programs that we are offering, we are actually producing students that are competitive for the world of work. So meaning that when you are doing as faculties program reviews, this portal is going to become very, very handy for you. So I can say that this portal is the collaboration of great minds that the alumni office conducted, and that's why we are here. Another important aspect, as Prof has indicated there, is that we want to tap into the internship and employment opportunities for our students. I can indicate here that the WHEEL coordinators are really struggling to place the students. And alumni are managers, alumni are directors, alumni are professionals. So through them, our students can get to be placed, all right? So that's how this portal is going to assist us. Also, the seeking of the mentorship. Alumni can come and motivate the students that are within in the system. We know that our students often, when they are applying during the beginning of the year, one will say, no, I'm doing this course, I don't even know where I'm going with this course, I just wanted to be in the university. But through the mentorship, the alumni can borrow or give our internal students the language that is needed in those different fields, and get to teach them various fields which they can go to, because a lot of them, they do have the issue of career choice problems. So we need all that. Professor already talked about the issue of the support of the scholarship infrastructure, research, as well as some of the student initiatives that we would like alumni to reconnect with the university to help us. So through this portal, we envisage a future where every graduate remain active member of a University Walter Sisulu family, not just as a former student, but as a mentor, as employer, entrepreneur, a researcher, an ambassador, as well as a partner who is going to assist in shaping Walter Sisulu. We also, through this portal, envisage to connect the university with different stakeholders, partners, communities, friends, to advance and develop Walter Sisulu. I will not be doing justice if I don't indicate that Walter Sisulu is intentional and deliberate in nourishing our students for global relevance. As such, the very portal that we are launching today, the brain behind it, development behind it, is our very own alumni. As Prof thank you. Prof indicated that we need alumni's expertise. This is what we are going to be seeing. Hence, it's very important to reconnect with them so that they can share their expertise and their valuable time here. So this portal is not just, it's more than just a database and a mode of communication, but it's a strategic platform designed to enable university to reconnect with graduates, stakeholders, communities, employers, industries, donors, as well as the partners and friends, while we are creating opportunity that will benefit all the parties involved in the institution. Thank you very much, Program Director.
Thank you very much, Ms. Kalake. Thank you so much. That was a mouthful. My take home from what you've just shared with us is we are today gathered on a cause that has been consulted on, because I heard you saying faculties suggested this, faculties said that, and I thank you for saying that. Let me now, the moment of truth, the time we've been waiting for. Colleagues, this is the day the Lord has made, and we have to rejoice in it. Can we have a big round of applause for today? The moment of truth. I am handling a very fragile university asset that is as a result of great minds that have been gathering over time to ensure that we realize this day. And I am now going to request Madam Hendricks, the Deputy Director, MCD, to stand, and she is going to be joined by Mr. S. Mbongo, the Director, Alumni Relations Office. I request Mr. Mbongo to stand. And they are going to be joined by our council member, Mr. Jachana. I request him to stand. And lastly, I am going to request Professor Thandi Mgwebi, our Vice Chancellor, to join this team, because I am now going to hand over an asset that has been kept secretly for a while, and we've been preparing ourselves to hand over. I am referring this to an infant, usana, who still needs to be nurtured to ensure that uyokhula for generations to enjoy what will be offered by this infant. So, Madam Hendricks, I am handing over to you this asset of the university. You are going to take steps, hand this asset to a relevant person on the line, and you will be moving on up until this baby reaches izandla zikamama for nurturing. You can go.
Ladies and gentlemen, my role is as small as that I have been a midwife to nurture and nurse the baby, but now it is time for also daddy to have a role on it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, taking over from the midwife. As the daddy, akekho umntana ongenaye utata omkhulu. Sayobona utata omkhulu ngoku.
No, it's, I am here as the grandparent of the child. But I think we expect the child to grow, prosper, and be the spark and make changes, change society, and change the futures of the university. I'm going to give the child to the custodian.
Okay, and now I must actually see the baby. I'm not sure if the baby's not going to jump out.
Oh, that's your pin. Huh?
Okay, so this is the baby. So I must now
The pin. That's
open it. Ooh. I want to see.
It does appear that the custodian, we may not have chosen the right custodian for the baby. If you look at the way the envelope is being checked.
So for you to see the baby, so I'm given a secret code. So I am now unveiling the baby.
Let's stand up and have a big round of applause
Hi.
for the revealing of the tree.
Baby doesn't want to be uncovered. Okay.
Can we please face the screens, colleagues?
It says be patient. Don't worry, the doctor is here, so I'm not worried. Hayi akakhali. Uzawukhala ngoku. No, don't worry. There you go. That's there. bypass the PK. Okay.
Remember, colleagues, when the baby comes to this earth, sometimes doctors have to make sure that they force
Okay.
the baby to cry. And I think that's what we are experiencing now. This baby is refusing to join,
Do it for me. Do it.
but we are going to make sure that the baby cries.
Is that it? I don't think it's. Just do it for me.
You should project it here.
They should project. I can see here.
A big round of applause for the baby that has been received. Thank you so much.
So it's gonna be a live demonstration.
Yes,
So,
and
yeah, so we're now going to see how the baby operates.
thank you so much. Over to you, Mr. Magola. Let's welcome him with a big round of applause.
Siyandisappoint esi screen. The program director, the chairperson of council and honorable members of the members of council, our vice chancellor and principal, management and members of executive directors and deputy executive directors, our valued donors and partners, executive deans and deputy executive deans present, professors and soon to be professors, and members of the academic community, colleagues, friends, invited guests, distinguished alumni, KG. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It's truly an honor for me and privilege to present and be in front of you. I just hope that today I'll see a smile from our registrar. That's a smile. I've been here at the university for the past 4 years. I've never. I guess I'm fortunate. I hope you're not forcing it. But I hope I'm so better foot. Colleagues, standing in front of you is Kgaugelo Makola, known as KG. I just use it as short for marketing purposes. Very important. So we need that KG. I guess now it's gonna be 1 kg from now. And also, it is an opportunity for me to present this system and also to do highlight that this is an evolving system. For us to develop this system, we had to consult. There are certain features or other improvement that you will see as you are interacting with the system, either as an alumni, either as a partner, either as also as the office. So we try by all means to make the system intuitive to everyone who's the custodian of the system, which is quite important because now they need to also give us a background about how they like to give to the university. So what is presented to you now is a page that we designed from scratch, and need to also highlight that I'm a cum laude expert. So, very important. And I'm also glad that my faculty dean is here, Professor Twala, and just acknowledge that the Pagami is. And also I'd like to thank the institution for giving me the opportunity, because I was given opportunity since 2021, but I volunteered as a PAL to help my classmates. In 2022 evolved, got some stipend as a PAL, and a tutor, student assistant, and now as a data administrator officer, and soon to be professor. Yes, so allow me now I'll try by all means to be brief and target different stakeholders within the room, like faculty deans and also alumni that are watching online, and me as well. And so as soon as we get used to the portal, we'll get to see more things. So I don't think I'll just give it a full overview, but rather highlight the key important things, especially the faculties. Vele ngiqale ngale yam faculty. Sabuela Pago ezinye. And also, there's a tab there for faculties. Madam Vice Chancellor mentioned that on the faculties will show stories about alumni, about the success stories. And if you go to Faculty of Engineering, obviously you can just guess the featured alumni. That obvious, just to test how would it be. So, but we're still in a pipeline of getting more of that information, because now, as we develop in the system, it was just fragmented, even the information, the data. Now I want to defragment the data and the information of the students, of the graduates, and also of the institution as well. So now, the most important thing now here is if you go to the faculty page, you will see featured alumni that the faculty is proud of. We don't write for them. Faculties come to us to say, this is the information, this is KG. When we're working actually hand in hand with marketing, and so also give us the stories that they have posted. And this actually plays a good and vital role for us and also for the institution as well. I think this Wi-Fi might not giving me a good thing. Yeah. But yeah, nonetheless. Okay, so now we also try, like I said, we'll try to target different stakeholders. We can also guess the target here by looking at this page, that we are targeting someone in the room to have a buy-in, targeting Dr. Mantashe, the president of the convocation, for that to say, no, you're also there. Because there's a way in which we can get alumni from their department and also the office. So this is the Faculty of Engineering presented. And yeah, Melop Kalem and others. So this is my success story, and the qualification that I got, and the synonym for that qualification being cum laude. And yeah, so another thing that we show is impact in numbers, right? So we have an overall of graduates from first graduation, roughly 1970s, till date, running for 13,803. Qualification that were awarded was 15,000. This is because KG has 2 qualifications from here, so it will seem like a duplicate, but it won't be, because diploma, advanced diploma. So once the university can allow honors, KG will be back here again. Okay. And also it shows the department and that are there. So like I said, the more we collaborate with different stakeholders within the university, the page gets to be broad, because this is not only for ours, but also impact the whole diversity of the system. So now let me just walk you through the portal logging in, and for the sake of time, I think the VC said she doesn't like the word donate. See, give. Yeah, in a simpler English. Yeah, so now if a person now wants to log in, so I think now maybe the latency of the Wi-Fi might not be too good in the room, so would you understand? But how a person now logs in, which we have the video uploaded on YouTube for people to know how to log in. Alumni are people, or rather stakeholders, that we have information about them. If you go to alumni's office and you want to search KG, you're either going to use your student number, your ID number, or a passport. So that is where we allow you to activate your account. Instead of registering again, you are once a student, the university gave you a student email. So you just say, no, use what you have and just activate your account. If you're using your work email, it's still fine. But the main thing is for you to keep track within the portal, right? Like I said, I think this Wi-Fi might disappoint in nature us, this thing, but hopefully we're gonna get through it. And I'm just going to explain it in theory, just to give you a glimpse of how the portal is. I tried to see connect to different Wi-Fis. I don't know why it can't actually be work. Man black. I'll put it here. Thank you, Mpati. And now, so this is the landing or the sign-in page. The sign-in page, there is, if you look at below the sign-in button with a background of maroon, we don't know colors as males, but yeah, that color. Below it, there is activate your account. So once you click there, as an alumni, there's a part that's going to ask you to share your, or rather, for us to be able to find your record. Just to do it a bit, yeah. Yes, okay. So now, so when you go to the next page, it allows you to enter your student number and find your record and also get to log in within the portal. So now what we do, we just actually sign in now for demonstration purposes as an alumni, which the step from there is just for you to enter a one-time PIN or the password, which will be sent to your email, and you authenticate and have an active email address. So when you log in within the portal, you see a handsome guy there. And so this is just a nutshell of what it shows. So currently I'm pursuing honors and IT at this institution. And also it like just give me the records of my own. So what you do, there's a first page that you're going to land with to allow us to share your information with the third parties, so that you don't just receive emails that you didn't sign up for, right? So if there's any job, if you say you're not interested in us sharing your information with third parties, then we will make sure that, so it's POPIA Act, yeah, so that one is mostly catered off. So we have quick links there that helps you to see, or rather just navigate and also familiarize with the page. On the bottom right corner there's, I'm not sure if you're gonna see it on the screen, but we managed to add a guy there, we named the person Tatu Kamela, which is important. So this is an agent that you can interact with within your own portal, ask your own details. If you wanna know how to update your details, you're just gonna search there, it's going to take you there. So it's a way in which it's not a proof given, so it doesn't have the answers that already, like those tailored questions or tailored answers. anything that you ask relevant to the office, relevant to your page, it will help. So also having search that helps you to also maneuver around the page. Alumni are mostly encouraged to view the page here, to update their information. And by updating the information here, the pictures, date of birth, the current location, because Ms. Kalak like said, when they come here, they come with location from Limpopo, and when they graduate, it's still Limpopo, but then there is the Intercape. Yeah, and also we want you to add your LinkedIn, which is more good for us to connect with other alumni. So when we go to academic, this is your record that we find. We want to find the record of yourself, the qualifications that you have with our institution, and if any of that information is captured incorrectly or retrieved incorrectly, you can always just communicate with the office. We'll go to registrar's office. Yes, and most importantly, it's about life after Walter Sisulu. What did you actually do after got our qualification? IKG 2024, I came back 2025. 2026, I came back here to institution. So now it gives us to track where our graduates are and all that, which makes us now to have a map of where they are in a nutshell, right? So now KG just wanted to have some demos there, right? So there's one important thing that you've added there for entrepreneurs. So for the entrepreneurs now, what you do, you add the kind of business you have, and that business, obviously as an entrepreneur, it means you're the director or the representative for that company. So you add that business and you try by all means to verify. So we don't want to add businesses that are not verified. So it's done automatically, you verify yourself within the system. If we search your company, it does not show in the listed companies that matches the name, then we cannot add you. We're doing this so that funders here who want to communicate with SSME, they can just come to us, retrieve the verified entrepreneurs and take to them. So now one company is showing here, right? So to show that it's working, I had to make sure that I'm the director. So now when you click that, that company, it will list directors of for that company. So I don't want to search our own institution. That is our better. But yeah, I just want to show something that will make sure that it is me, the owner of the company. So when you click here, it's going to allow you. So when funders come, and I'll be selected there to showcase what the business does, and I want to sell my potatoes to them, and we're going to be good. So now that was one thing about entrepreneurs, which allows them to also manage their business by uploading the portfolio of the business and all that information that is quietly useful for them. And again, one of the most important thing is what are the ways in which we can give back. There's a page for participation. These are the ways that in which you can participate within our own institution. We have pillars there. So you can just choose pillar 1, pillar 4. Pillar 4 is giving and philanthropy. I'm still far from that one. So I'll just go to a job seeker and alumni engagement. So everyone knows their role now, but if I had to choose a pillar, I'll go to mentorship and student development. I'll go to advocacy and ambassadorship. So you just say, become an ambassador. And now you list the information, how should we contact you, promote reputation of the university, which is quite important, and support student recruitment, represent. Because if alumni says, Walter Sisulu gave me an opportunity to showcase my talent, and also I'm so grateful for the skills that they gave me, some student will want to come here. So I'm also gonna share this video, the live one, to those that are in Matric, piling pop. So, Eastern Cape. Yeah, so that was ways in which we can also give back as alumni. So I think that was in a nutshell of what alumni can definitely do, give back, advertise your business. As alumni, I can also lastly come to alumni directory. What happens in the alumni directory, when you add your account, there are certain people who will want to be shown into this directory. I myself might not want to be seen here, and maybe some of the colleagues here are alumni, but they don't want to connect with other alumni. So what you do, you're gonna see all these active alumni, right? Yes, we have 117 record thousands of alumni, but here you'll find we have 5 active ones. So you're dealing with the ones that are active. So here I can just request to connect with Lusanda, and when I request, send request is going to her side to say, okay, sharp, we can request. So working also like LinkedIn Connect, and we connect, we chat. So now I've connected with Azola Mzenda here. He gave me his cell phone number, an ID number, and an email address. Finally, you can also search mentors. You can also search a career, a workspace help, guest speakers, or rather search your classmate, maybe you lost contact with. When you see maybe 20 year, or you can just search them by faculty, by department, or by name. Yeah, when you add them, then you can just connect to them. In the future, we hope to expand it, right? Maybe researchers here can actually drop then their research papers here, so that students who are doing research can just come back and reflect. So that will also be good to have our own research directories built in within the university. I'm already emphasizing version 2 of the system. Okay, so lastly is about writing, because now certain alumni may want to request help within the institution. They may request help in terms of writing a CV, interview preparation, mentorship, and also other supports that are not listed here. So you can just list anything, and the officers, the managers are here, and the university is here. So which you're going to give it to the relevant. So for instance, now, if I say, please, I need assistance with cover letter, I'm gonna write it here. There's a check button here. If we just check it to say, other alumni can say this. We have mentors who are registered as mentors. I know how to develop a cover letter. Once I see you on that directory saying that, hey, Ankwazu wins a cover letter, there is no shy in that. So I'm just gonna connect with you and say, let me help you. Without the university coming to direct mentors or point managers, we can help each other within the system. You can also connect outside and help in that regard. So we have a CV builder for job seekers. A CV builder for job seekers, we built one of the most important things that I believe is an ecosystem for job matching. What you do, you just upload your CV, and we always encourage you to upload a text-based CV, right? So that text-based CV, we extract the information from your CV. The main purpose for this is for employers not to take time looking at your CV. We just extract it and summarize it aside. By summarizing aside, we look for employments that we have within our database and give you the percentage score. One of the most important things is your qualification average score. You've seen mine is 76, right? So if you call along to net 10 or 50, I'm gonna be at the top. So the logic is quite simple. So we don't want people coming to the office to say, why did you put KG? Because if I check my average score is 8, but KG is running at 50. So the system is just doing that automatically. But first, a company may need certain documents from you. So what you do, you just go to job match, and you'll see the jobs that matches your faculty, matches your profile, matches yourself, basically. So from there, I have more 22 skills listed here, and more to add. Also, so you can see I have a demo job here, a software developer. So I was supposed to have vice chancellor there. And see, so what we have here, what you do, once you see a job that is posted or that you match, you have to say, are you interested in that job? I did IT, but I'm not interested in IT clerk. I'm not interested in database administrator, but I just want, or I'm more passionate about computer science, or rather jobs that relating to coding. So once you say you're interested, you're gonna check if you've submitted the required documents, so that we don't call you to say, okay, upload the CV. You just make sure that everyone who's selected have the all required information. The portal importantly help us to have a skills gap. So we have graduates that have graduated from us, and they have, so it guides to say, you need to learn these kind of skills. You need to improve there and there and there, because it's just something that is working on automation. So thank you for the part of demonstrating alumni, myself. So I'm just gonna now take it through an employer side for the sake of time. Yes. So going to the employer side, I've already added the employer side. So there's a two-part about explaining the employer side, or rather skills provider funders. So if you look at here, it says request portal account. Maybe there's what we call a business or a company that is willing to give X number of graduate an internship. They contact the office, we create them account, but then they don't want to log in and upload the job. I just say, no, we have this kind of jobs that are available. We just do 2 clicks of the button and it generates those that are active, and it try to refresh and give you, if you need 5, we're gonna give you 5 of 300. So KG did not give you 5, but the system gave you 5. So we had to train it with different values to see will it work so that it's fair. So yes, we did that, and with help with ICT within our own university, yeah, different aspects. So it definitely does work. So now on the employer side, once you've created the account, they now have access to upload employment, upload the skills. So once they log in within their portal, they have only limited navigation menus. We don't want them to take more time with here. What they do, just post a job that they want, and running this one out. They post a job. After posting a job, now they will see candidates relevant for that page. So now the most dialogue thing here is that employer will say, please show me graduates with ICT qualification, an average of 70, which talks about us there, that have SQL skills. They're based in the Eastern Cape, and yeah. So when they go to posting, they're going to see all the alumni. So we don't give any employer to see our candidates. We give an employer a chance to see our candidates based on the job they have uploaded. Remember, we have a lot of candidates, but then you said you want 5. Once you see 5, only 1 was sent, so you can only see the details for the matched candidates. So as an employer, if they reject KG, they need to give us a reason why. Because we give you the best of the best that we could find. Very important. So now when you reach a conclusion or a page whereby you're trying to navigate within the own portal, normally outside or before this system, I myself can testify that I used to apply for employment outside. I used to use different job placement. I just upload my CV, and after 2 hours, there's an automated message that they say, after careful. You just know that we regret after that statement. Yeah, so here the employers must tell us why they regret. So they use no reply. So here they need to tell you why. So it's so difficult for you to be rejected here, and we encourage all alumni to keep the information updated, to learn from others, and to also network within the portal. And also you can network with me, connect there, Zapguide, and I'm there and there. And hopefully, because I have other mentors, we're gonna have a mentor as well. So that is mostly about what an alumni side and or rather an employer side. I just don't want a register to kill me, because I'm surely he's seeing that Walter Sisulu University, demo. So it's not live, because we almost killed last time when he saw, it's like, no, it's not E-University, it's Walter Sisulu. Had to emphasize the entire system about that. So yeah, sorry about that, but it's just a demo, yes. And so I believe HR from our own institution will just come and have access to here and upload employment and give, yes, Nevis, yes, yes. And so now I'm gonna log in as our side, as the administrators, how we do the job placement. Like I said, it's just 2 click. I think because my account, it has a lot of things, so it's gonna take time to load. Yeah, so the landing page now has 118,000 total alumni records. But then out of that 118, only 5 have active account. I'm the first one. And also 5 are currently unemployed, which is good. And I'm just trying to have a variety of how we can definitely do that. So we go to employers page. We add the employer. We give them an account if they want to post the jobs themselves. Or they give us the job, then KG and the system or the automated system, you upload the job, immediately it gives you the candidates that are active there. So you've added a company, but there's a more logical way of adding a company. Yes, we have been in contact, but the system must verify the company. Is it still active? And also, officers, managers, and directors must also look at what are documents that employers must submit to verify. For instance, now if we have a security company, there's going to be different documents that they submit in respect with any other company, which is opposite. Right? So we allow them to type the university and the institution for that, verify it, and give the results in the nutshell. Okay, for this part, is allow us to upload, just to upload opportunities, and every job is linked to an employer, being the company. Not a one person, but just being the company. Okay, so now this is the part that we do the ranking. We have certain indicators that we use to do the rankings. Like I said, one of the major ones is your qualification, which I believe it helps us to motivate students to say, if you do well in your studies, you'll stand a chance. So, okay, yeah, you will see. But it is more challenging way right now. So there's one job that was posted, and I said I'm interested in that job, but doesn't mean that I stand a chance because I'm competing also with alumni that are also here within the portal. But I stand a chance, man. I have 76%. Stand a chance. So I'll just come and click run interested candidates. What is going to look for? Have they attached the documents and how many they want? So just gonna take the top 5 interested candidates, and also they want an average of 65%. I can give others 10, but yeah. And after that, you just click run. After clicking run, it's going to give you the 5 of them. After giving the 5 of them, I just submit that list to the employer side. The employer side will be able to do the interview within the system. We don't, if they want to export the list, that will happen after interviews, which they can do for reporting purposes. It is important for us to also highlight that we have this page that shows a map of where our alumni are, right? Instead of giving a spreadsheet to say Limpopo 1, 2. So in a map, I believe it's so easy to just toggle around and see the provincial. By in the map, you're going to see how many are those that are employed. So we use a city, right? I know I'm also from the rurals, but where is your nearest city, right? So yeah, here there's Kukombo, sorry, Kukombo, East London, yes. And you'll see alumni from East London. If you want to see those that are unemployed, you just click unemployed. I hope it doesn't point me. Yes, we have Azola, there at the back, unemployed. So I'm vouching for him, for employers to look at him, a class of 2017, and also pursuing their studies as well. Yeah, so this is the map that we have invented and that. So most importantly, it is this page that we allow all the stakeholders in the room to help us at least reach a target of, at least this year, 15,000 alumni, active alumni. We have their records, but we just want them to come and activate their account. Now, just at least help us. Maybe there's going to be an incentive, who knows, 6%, we'll see. Yes, so I just want us to go back to the employer side, and now we give it my presentation off. On the employer side, since I submitted the interested candidates, now I need to go back, which obviously going to notify them, go back to the employer side and now do the viewing and the selection. So when an employer is viewing your profile, you will see that, okay, it's kind of motivating that, oh, Amazon viewed my profile. I'm there. So now here you will see one candidate submitted for you. So going to review the candidate. I'm going to go to the review page for the candidate, which will show me as one person. And let me just go back. One candidate that will show here, and you can schedule interviews, you can connect with the graduates via LinkedIn and alumni that are present within the system. So this is my details. I can preview their CV, academic transcript, and ID number. So we have alumni that are saying, or other graduates that are saying, I don't have a certificate, so I don't do well, I don't think I'll ever get employment. So I think the necessity of this system to say, whenever you have access to this account, you are qualified, basically. So the employer side knows that when we go here, we are accessing the qualified graduate. There's no need to prove yourself with a paper because you're already within us. If employers trust us with our graduate, it means that whenever they access Gate Portal, there is always in pursuit of excellence at the gate. So go there. VCS opened the gate for all our alumni to now interact. Yeah. So now you can schedule the interview and just try by all means to see how form of interview you want to have, a video call, in person, and also the most important thing, reject, which I think in a later stage will remove it. Yes. Because you gave you 5, so I mean, technically you should take them, I believe. But it's so sad because some might not do well in interview. So, yeah, they must come back and request another. yeah, like VC says, that's where the mentors come in. So come here and help our alumni and graduates on how to prepare for CVs. So I think, thank you so much, and yes, all the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, KG. Something to write home about. KG is one of our own. This is the university product. Can we give him a very big round of applause, please? There's an executive dean who is saying, that's my work, that's my work. Thank you so much, KG. Indeed, we are a technology-infused university. This is the first initiative of its kind. The department is a year old, but here are the results. Can we again have a big round of applause for the portal? Let me acknowledge the presence of another council member who have just joined us, Judge Flatela. You are welcome. Colleagues, as a technology-infused university, we were not compelled to have all the invitees under one roof. That is why I request us to join hands for those colleagues and distinguished alumni that have joined us online. You are acknowledged, colleagues. Your presence is felt. Thank you very much. I will not be doing justice to the program of the day if I do not request that we get a word or two from our council, and as such, I am requesting Mr. Jachana to join me on stage. We've been standing behind the gate. The gate now is open. We've just seen what is behind the portal. What are you saying about it, Tatomkulu? Let's welcome him on stage.
Thank you very much. When I handed over the baby to the person who was going to be the custodian, I was a bit worried because the manner in which that envelope was teared apart, I started to doubt whether we chose the right family or the right custodian. So when the baby was not working a little bit, and I even doubted more. But with what I've seen, KG, well done. I think I would like to give him a round of applause. It's no mean feat to run a live demonstration in a system that we are launching. Things can go wrong, especially if your underlying broadband platform is a bit iffy. So therefore it could undermine your presentation, but you handled it very well. Thank you very much. I think mine is to just state that this is a wonderful initiative. It's actually reached beyond my expectation. Since I joined the council, it's been my protest that we continue to have students or graduates who are unemployed. Most of them are not able to pay us. Morgan has to chase, but also say that if the people are unemployed, how are they going to pay us? So the least we can do is to create a platform to make them more visible, the scale to be visible to industry. So this portal does this, but actually it does more than just visibility to industry. It actually helps the internal administration to really synthesize and optimize how we work as a university. So VC, congratulations for this. I think the big thing here is going to be the uptake. What will trigger, how to drive the uptake? And I think we're going to have to adopt both a push and pull kind of approach. I think KG, the biggest lever for pull through is when we get 2 or 3, if not 5 employers to just float the jobs into the portal. And I'm hoping that even those who have not put themselves into the moment of visibility, you should be able to actually ping them and say, here is opportunity. It could just be timer jobs. So whilst you have created the right carousel for control so that people are not harassed digitally, but I think should we float the jobs, you should be able to ping to actually broadcast to the base and say, if you are there, it's an opportunity. So you're going to lift them. Then you're going to lift them into the main platform. So I think we see good work. I run a small startup. Often we want data scientists now and then, not in big numbers, but we always want to start here at home, but you have nowhere to go. So on ICT engineering, I used to call Dr. Malindi here, Upper Kukompo, because I had worked with him before. He would always give me some of the graduates to work with, but that's not sustainable. You can't just rely on person to person. So when you do this, you industrialize the opportunity, you make it more visible. So VC, all from my side on behalf of council is to say, congratulations, things are happening. So we want things to happen. It starts with this. Please, colleagues, it can't be a closed, guarded secret. We have to put it out on to employers. Come and search, we've got talent. Talk to us, it's curated, profiles, all of that. So it's a big deal. It can't end here. It has to be out there. We have to engage employers, create links to them so that we can see the impact. We can't just enjoy it internally. You can't launch and enjoy. We must launch and see impact. Thank you very much, Program Director.
Thank you so much, Dada. It's a big thing. It's a big thing. That's what council is saying. It's a big thing. So what is suggested here, if it was not in our own culture, behave like a hen, ubeki iqanda, ubusuyenza ingxolo enkulu. Let's then change and make sure that sibeki iqanda ngalinye as Walter Sisulu. Then we make a noise because somebody out there needs to hear about this. It reminds me, Tatu Jahana, of one of the purposes of the portal, that as the gate has been opened, Once you get to the system, you get to see the different faculties. So each alumni will be able to unlock the relevant door, get to know the success stories of that particular faculty, and go out and brag, because everybody wants to know what's happening in his or her own faculty. What is it that I can brag about when people are talking about my faculty? So we are now positioned, Madam Vice Chancellor, to change the narrative out there. We remember our old stories. We're still on the journey of changing the narrative. On that note, colleagues, allow me to give you only 10 minutes for reflections. If there's something you want to say, suggest, comment on something, we only have 10 minutes before we cross to our convex and get a message from them. Can I see hands, colleagues? Any comments? Any advices that you want to share with the department for the improvement of the work well done that has been presented here today? I am noting hands, colleagues. It seems as if we can move. Oh, there's one hand. Can I have a mic, colleagues? All right, over to you.
Thanks very much, Program Director. My name is Thembiso Cegiso. I'm Treasurer General of Walter Sisulu Convocation. Mine is just two comments. One, our university recently has experienced a number of turning points. And I think this one is the most historical turning point. Bearing in mind that there are plethora of graduates who left the university with heavy hearts because of ill treatment that they experienced the last 10 to 12 years. But having this platform, it will bring them back. It will make them to, to disconnect with the animosity they had when they left the university. Furthermore, having people at higher position like the Vice Chancellor, the Council, the Director of Alumni, the person like the Registrar, and other managers of the university, I sense a spirit of Ubuntu and a spirit of welcoming that will then help the graduates to come back and bring positive impact to the university. Furthermore, I would just, before I sit down, I want to suggest that if I did not capture what was presented by KG, as a teacher, I would suggest that the principals that studied at Walter Sisulu University must at least activate their account so that when they are posts available, then they'll be able to share with the university. So I wanted to check that. And also, the directors who are coming from university in different sectors, they must be able to activate their account so that we'll know who can employ our unemployed graduates. Thank you very much. I wanted just to share that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Cegiso. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. There's another hand. Okay, all right. We have a mic. Thank you.
Thank you, Program Director. Yes, Servant. Oh. Igama lami ngufezile kokomandiyane. Program Director, when I used to work, KG, the registrar never smiled. I worked with him for more than 5 years.
Yay.
Whether the codes are filling up, whether the applications are going up, the guy just looked at you. Say, what, this guy? Program Director, when I was still working at the registrar's office, one of the duties I had was recruiting students across the province, VC. One of the things that used to come up a lot is the issue of us connecting with them. This closes the gap. But however, I have a difficulty VC now. I might be diverting from this, but still with our graduates. They have a difficulty in connecting us, so they need something from us. We used to have in the past what was called the switchboard, where our students and our graduates would contact us directly. Because some of our portals are only restricted to active students. There might be a need to establish a call center of some sort, so that they can have a direct access when they need something from finance. They know where to call, and that person can direct that call to the relevant department. As the last point on the ratios part, you may need KG to have a sophisticated way of connecting the graduate at their exit level. When the registrar there during graduation gives them the tickets, there must be an option for them to re-update their details, which would feed your system. Because often than not, when they apply, I know the boards have said it before, when they apply, they use other emails. But during the process, they change their emails. And maybe then that when they change their emails, we may need to find a way to link when they're updating admissions, they also update your database, so that the information that flows within the university communicates to each other. You must not find first there's email and admissions being that, and alumni relations being something else. So that we have to centralize our data to be accurate, so that anyone that changes that communication details at admissions, that information gets to be served to you as well. Otherwise, thank you very much for such a great initiative. I think it's a milestone. As always, there's always a room for improvement. We'll continue making contributions and continue encourage our graduates as well online to continuously update their details, to be effective, to be active. Particularly those of us, Dr. Mandashe, who come from different environments, so that we can be able to have East Kwelenge University. I normally say this thing: we need to leave this university knowing exactly that at the end of the day, our grandchildren need to find this university standing. Thank you very much.
Wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Mantiane. I have two last hands right at the back there. Those are the two last hands. Can you please assist me, colleagues? Two last hands right at the back. Thank you.
Oh, Engos. Still morning. Morning, colleagues.
Good morning.
Zianda wakwa. Just one part, I think the other part of the interoperability of the system with the already existing student portal has been addressed with the speaker on the other side. Maybe at this one, I am too ambitious, but I think it's what we need to do as an institution. As KG was presenting, I was looking at the system and thinking of commercializing the portal. Yes, and in fact, and because this is a good system and a contested space, I'm sure there are similar ones, but in order for university to make it further, I want to request those who are sitting on the other side to think of that, because it's one of the groundbreaking systems that not only South Africa, but I would say the continent of Africa needs it. So if also can take that route and make it as sharp as it is, so that it can be recognized as our property as the institution. I just wanted to add that part after the addition of the few things. Thank you.
Thank you. Nox, let's move.
Good morning, everyone. Xoli Samcetwa is my name. I am from Yonga Investment Holdings. I'm an entrepreneur. I was invited here to come and witness the launch of the portal. We are in the training and development space for entrepreneurs and also employability. Actually, we are currently running a program called Entrepreneurship and Employability. We started with TVET College in Ingwe at Lusikisiki in the automotive sector, because we saw the need that the graduates, there is a gap in order for them to be employable, or if they have ambition to open their own business, there is always a gap of mentorship and coaching. I think KG alluded to it very well, because the curriculums and the content that they absorb from universities and TVET still has a gap. The world of work is not being addressed. And they are sent up and down, printing papers, making teas until thy kingdom come. Now it's time that there is a gap that is bridged where world of work experience is concerned. So down there in Lusikisiki, we have a program. Here in East London, we have a program, Entrepreneurship and Employability. The reason why I'm mentioning it is because there is an opportunity at Walter Sisulu that these kids that are sitting unemployed, graduates, they can be attended to bridge that gap. Because I'm saying to you, KG, I admire the portal. I am very much in support of it. But without mentorship and coaching and the world of work preparedness, it will not yield the good results. So we need to attend to that part. For that, I'm also saying I applaud the university and MZ stole my point of saying it should be sold somewhere. This is a great, great platform. And I like the fact that niqoshile uba bafuna abantu be-IT abazofumana yonke data. Bafuna kuphela ICT. Otherwise, I mean, to mine a data is a lot of money in South Africa. So you guys have a mining of your graduates. I think I will end there for now. Thank you very much.
Our partners applauding us for the initiative. Thank you, thank you. There was a last hand in that table, a very last hand that was there. I have the last two. Thank you.
Yeah. My name is Dr. Nomanyano Nyagahulwa from the Faculty of Economic and Financial Sciences. I'm the head of department in the Department of Management, Accounting and Finance. The presentation is good. We thank you for the platform. I don't want to dwell much there. I want to comment about the access. I did not hear much.
Can we be patient a bit, colleagues, please?
I did not hear much about how we can access or whether the department's faculties have got access to the platform. Otherwise, we would appreciate that. I would also think that it would assist a lot if it is integrated to teaching and learning and is feeding the faculties and departments towards that, because we do need data to know where are the graduates, what are they doing. That would influence our teaching approaches, our curriculum, and our student support. As my brother here has indicated, the need to equip students for employment. And I would like to suggest that it also considers inclusivity, looking at the fact that we are a rural university, serving students who are disadvantaged. We know the profile of our students, and how is there a plan to reach out to the alumni that will not easily see this and will not easily be able, they want to have the data incorporated, but they find it hard to, how are we going to allocate them to just make sure that it's a representative of the Walter Sisulu previous students? Thank you.
Thank you, Doc. I've taken the two questions. The last 10.
Oh, thank you so much. Actually, I am
That's the last person.
the last speaker who managed to find his way through. Speaking is Manyano Nongoko from Faculty of Economic and Financial Sciences. Fortunately, I have been the faculty rep to be part of this team, and I've been with them in some of the processes and the stages that they have gone through, and it has been quite an interesting journey. But there is only one point that I think I've raised before with Udigela, and maybe just to add pressure when everyone is here, so that if he wanted to maybe delay what I wanted to maybe endorse with him. There is a system that we already have, which is ITS. And for a very long time, there has been a button there that is an alumni button, but it has not been active for a very long time. And I think this now is an opportunity maybe to take an advantage of that. Of course, I'm not an IT person, but I think if we can link this system with that button so that the staff that are already familiar with that system and the students that are already familiar with that system, when they graduate, when they visit that system, when they see that alumni button, then they just use that button to register and update their details. Same as the staff members that are already within the system, that are familiar with the system, they also click on that button and then it takes them to the gate page. I think that will make things much more easier for everyone, and it will give us a more reach to get our alumni. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Just two questions. Okay. How are we accessing the portal? Secondly, is there a plan to make sure that you reach those that are in deep rural spaces, the issues of inclusivity?
All right. Thank you so much, colleagues. Firstly, we appreciate the inputs. They are well received, as we do understand that the portal is an evolving system, so it can be modified as we move. So firstly, thank you so much for the inputs. On the issue of access, the office will only have access to the portal for accountability. Data needs to be accurate, need to be authenticated. Therefore, there must be an accounting officer that is going to be responsible for accountability. What we request from faculties, academics, HOD, is the work of advocacy to alumni, final year students, for them to register themselves into the portal. So alumni and students will use portal themselves, but if the department and the faculty needs information and data on the portal, the alumni office is going to be giving the departments that particular data. Confidentiality, accuracy, accountability. So that is governance systems. The second response, how do we reach graduates that are unemployed into disadvantaged areas? So the launch is not just a hit and run event. We have developed what we call a campaign strategy. We've extended it to a year. All that we'll be doing for this year is to campaign about the portal. We've also forged collaborations with traditional leaders. Sizaya kwikumkani, zibiza inqila, zibiza meetings elali. Kulapho ke ngoku, if there are graduates that are within the diaspora of those communities who are able to go to communicate. There are councillors and communities. We're going to spread the communication to councillors as well, because each and every community belongs to a particular ward. So use those ward councillors to spread the information. That is only how far we can go. Because if we say we want to expand to the whole horizons, we've got graduates that are in Nigeria. How are we going to get into Nigeria? So we do understand that the plan must move. We also appreciate the limitations that comes with our ambition. So we've got a key performance indicator, which is to reach a particular target. And for now, the first step of engagement is advocacy. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Bongo. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Without wasting time, let me now request the president of Convex, Dr. Lunga Mandashe, to come and give us a message of support. Let's welcome Dr. Mandashe on stage, colleagues. Yes.
Thank you, Program Director. I'm very proud that the people that have made this possible graduated from this university. The leader of the directorate, Mr. Mbongo, graduated from this university. He's an alumnus of this university. That KG is an alumnus of this university. I see also the staff there, Ms. Pangwa, and sorry if I forgot your name, but I've seen that also those are alumni of the university. This is important because it says that we take pride in the outcome of our own production. So this is very, very important. 3 years ago, the Convocation Executive put up a proposal before the University Council, and Councillor Vijay was shy to say that they had approved that proposal. According to that proposal, we requested that the university have alumni relations at a senior director level, and that there be an infrastructure to take care of alumni-related issues. Some of those issues include how the university interacts with the alumni across the world and how it solves some of their inquiries so that they do not have to go to the finance department or contact the CFO personally or the registrar personally, etc. The council actually kickstarted what we see today from the proposal of the Convocation Executive, of which Mr. Mbongo was the deputy president. No, it was not a political deployment. I see what you are thinking. And a lot of people have engaged in that misconception. But we are very proud that that strategic proposal to the University Council was realized, because I can now tell you, let us say for free, that this would not happen. We would not be here, as a matter of fact. And so I'm very happy that Council approved this. But the second person whose name has been used wrongly today is the registrars. The registrar had then been mandated to undertake the putting together of this directorate, and undertook a number of steps to realize what we see today, leave the fact that the unit which was supposed to be under him had then left to being under another manager. And then that work got lost. But I do want to acknowledge the registrar's role in bringing this about, also because the registrar is the secretary to the convocation, which we are leaders, as he is to the council. So thank you, Reg, for actively and quickly undertaking this project to see to it that we are where we are today. The other person I would like to specifically thank is the management in general for supporting and the putting together of this infrastructure. Thank you, Vice Chancellor Professor Mkwebi, for seeing to it that this dream is being realized. And now I must talk about the director of that directorate, because he was a member of our executive, and because my understanding is that he fully understood and currently understands the need for a platform like this, because he graduated here, he experienced all the vicissitudes of a student of Walter Sisulu. The experiences of being a student at Walter Sisulu, of interacting with the exams department, of interacting with the finance department, of interacting at residencies, of going to the window in the morning to inquire about something and wait for an entire day to get somebody at the window to help them in this university. This is important because it gets me to the final point I wanted to make in respect of what it will take for this initiative, this excellent initiative, to succeed. It will take an entire collective effort of every member of staff of this university. It will take a radical shift in the culture of the university staff. The university staff is not only central to the success of what the alumni office does, it is central to the project of humanity itself. Because we lead convocation, we tend to interact a lot with graduates who interact with this university. And the experiences they share tell you whether they are likely to come back or never come back. There's a job that needs to be done at individual level, at departmental level, at directorate level, at faculty level, on the question of culture, on the question of professionalism, of the professional conduct of the members of our university community. If a student doing first year, second year, third year, fourth year is mistreated at the window at 10 o'clock in the morning, they never forget that. When they become something in future, they never forget how they were treated. They will either come back willingly, or we will have to go and force them to come back with campaigns that are not honest. An honest campaign is predicated on a cultural behavior of an institution. If we don't conduct ourselves collectively, all of us, and these things begin on the very small things, answering an email, going to class in time, teaching, at the window, smile, greet, write a thank you note. These are small things that build up the habits of a university, that determine whether somebody is going to come back or not. Because they will say, at that university I was treated like a dog, so I shall bark at it. At that university I was treated as a human being I shall reciprocate. At that university, this is what happened to me, I will give it back. The same energy that was given, I will give. What I am saying, ladies and gentlemen, is this. The directorate cannot do this alone. Convocation executive cannot do this alone. No vice chancellor can cause everybody to suddenly do their job and do it with a human heart. It is the job of every leader of our university, from a lecturer to maintenance. When a window remains broken for an entire week, that treatment manifests in the relationship that we create with the alumni. That is to say, the relationship is not created at the point of graduation or after or when somebody needs money. And then suddenly they remember that Mandaji had become a millionaire. That's not when the relationship begins. The relationship begins when the student makes an application to the university. When they go to class, when they go to res, etc. I have spent all of my time in this message, Director, to emphasize the question of culture. I repeat, because I cannot see how the project can succeed except the university makes a radical shift. These students that study at this university today will become big things in the near future. I mean, KG will probably start his own company and become a billionaire. And so, I'm sorry, KG, that was a prophecy. What did you get the cum laude for? So when KG becomes a billionaire, he should be the one who says, I want to go back to that university. I am everything I am because of it, and so on. So if you've heard nothing from the convocation executive today, at least hear this. There must be a radical cultural shift in the human conduct of all members of our university. Now I say, sir, I'm not going to say this because we're on TV. So I'm not going to say that because I have so many things to say on this question. Because I have personally had to deal with some of these issues being brought by graduates. So one of our duties in the statute, there are two duties we have in the statute. The first is to promote the image of the university. The second is to help the university raise money. Those are our two fundamental duties statutorily. So this was our contribution to have this unit, and we are very happy. One of the things that makes us very happy, the Director, is that it is almost unthinkable that within 6 months, was it 6, is it 8 or 10? Barely a year at least. Barely a year, you already have this. This is almost unthinkable that it has happened. So if you were our deployment, then our nemesis have nothing to say against us. You've done your job. But you didn't get here by deployment. Because if you got here by deployment, you would be an incompetent leader who does not know what to do, but was put here by a union. But they don't know what to do. You see the problem? So what you have done is proof that you are competent. Now, so it can be said now without further justification. Competence is proven by the work you do, not by the words you make. You are competent for now. Yes. Okay, so for now. I hear that your target is 15,000. I don't know in heaven's name how you put up a target like that, where you say you are going to make sure 15,000 have done it. That means you've put your head on the block. But that's also ambition, which is what leaders must do. So we appreciate your work as a director. We are hoping there will be more members of our executive who can be made things, because it looks like our executive does produce a competence. Thank you so much, colleagues, and the convocation is extremely proud of the work that you are doing, and we appreciate being invited here. I do not want to say that I was ambushed to the podium when I saw the program this morning, because it will not be true.
Thank you so much. much. Take home homework to all of us as a university, that though we are today enjoying the fruits of a strategic proposal that was made by convocation, but sinoxanduva. Without even massaging the message, we've just been given, Madam Vice Chancellor, homework to go back as a team and strategize on how we are going to embark on this radical shift that touches the culture of this university. Having in mind the fact that part of the values that really informs our day-to-day work incorporates the principle of Ubuntu, are we then using that term as a buzzword? Or we are going to go back and say, how do we change? That's a homework that we've been given by our president of convocation, colleagues. Now, I am going to cross over to our distinguished alumni for a message of support. I am inviting Justice Madlanga, the chairperson of the Commission of Inquiry into Criminal Justice and Corruption. Over to you, Justice Madlanga. Technical team.
Graduates, employers, donors, and partners joining us today. I greet you all. I'm honored to make this brief virtual appearance as Walter Sisulu launches the Cape Graduate Portal. I speak to you today as a son of the Eastern Cape and a proud alumnus of this institution. Education is not an end in itself. It is a means to dignity. It is a path by means of which a child from the village can proudly hang a stethoscope from their ears, or sit in a boardroom, or stand in a courtroom, or execute any number of expert tasks that our nation requires, and thus shape the life of this nation. Unfortunately, South Africa's reality tells a different story, a story of millions of our youth who are unemployed, a large number of whom are educated. I remember how our parents used to tell us to get an education in order to make it in life. We too continue to say the same to our children. Cynics may begin to say, if they have not begun saying so, that there is no value in continuing to get educated if that does not lead to employment. Even some amongst the multitudes of graduates who are victims of this pitiful reality undoubtedly share this sentiment, and understandably so. Walter Sisulu has not thrown up its hands in a Pilatian manner like Pontius Pilate of old and resigned itself to this reality. It has come up with a solution, the solution of the GATE portal. GATE is not just a website, it is an institutional commitment. GATE says to every Walter Sisulu graduate, we do not end our responsibility at graduation. We walk with you until you find your place in the work environment and in the broader economy. It says to employers, here is structured, credible access to talent from communities you have not always reached. The GATE portal is aimed at linking graduates to internships, entrepreneurship support, and skills development. It turns education into agency. It gives young people tools to become job creators, not only job seekers. Taxpayers, not grant recipients. GATE seeks to give meaning to at least two fundamental rights protected in the Constitution, the right to education and the right to dignity. An education that leads nowhere is not worth much and comes close to bringing to naught the very essence of the idea of education. A life that one leads in such circumstances has an attenuated form of dignity. one's self-worth is diminished. The gate portal seeks to ensure that Walter Sisulu's graduates do not end up in this situation. Let me say this to graduates who will use this portal. I can imagine the anxiety of waiting for that first opportunity. I do realize the feeling of sending applications into silence. Do not lose faith. Your degree from Walter Sisulu stands you in good stead to be considered favorably for any suitable position. Use this portal. Let it work for you, and when you succeed, remember to reach back and open the gate for the next graduate. I commend the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Mkweli, and the entire leadership of the university in all its manifestations for this vision and welcome innovation. My own journey began in rural school classrooms and in the classrooms of this very university. I know what it means to be given a chance. May this portal be that chance for thousands more. I congratulate Walter Sisulu on this launch. I endorse the GATE graduate portal without reservation. I trust that the Walter Sisulu Alumni Relations Office will be the engine behind ensuring that the portal delivers on this promise. I thank you all.
That is a message from one of our own. The gate is seen as a hope to those who have been hopeless there. And now I think that message is loud and clear. I like it when Justice says he knows how it feels to be given a chance. Yazi uma kuthiwa leli lithuba lakho lokugcina. Make sure that you use this chance effectively. Uzuncame konke ngoba uthi, what if I don't get this chance again? So he knows exactly how it is to be given a chance. Let's give him a big round of applause, colleagues. Our Vice-Chancellor said we have partners who are ready to join us as a university, work with us, reshape the university. Amongst us, we have the Chief Executive Officer of WeEarth. Now I am inviting on stage Mr. Kennedy Ramatseha. Let's welcome Mr. Ramatseha on stage. Over to you, sir.
All protocol observed. VC's office, distinguished guests, VC, honorable members of parliament in the house, politicians, traditional leaders, stakeholders from the private sector, and also, the most important of them all, our public servants. And I say the most important of them all, our public servants, because I believe that South Africa is where we are because of people who are serving our government and serving it well. The institution itself has served remarkably. It is named after a man I've looked at and wondered what was going through his mind. And then I was drawn into a saying that my father once said. He said to me before I left home 14 years ago to go to Stellenbosch, he said, go and get knowledge and wisdom and bring it back for our people. I believe that the man that we are mostly talking about today, his name being here, he saw an injustice. He saw something that had to be addressed. And he said, I will not let my people adhere to this anymore. I believe we're all in this room today to pay tribute to that vision, to pay tribute to furthering the vision. The man might seem to be no more, but his vision lives on. There is this great book called the Bible. It says, if you have a vision, cast it and write it down so that whoever might see it might take it and run with it. I am thankful for the VC's office for running with the vision. I am thankful for the people in the room being present today to run with the vision. Thank you, thank you. With that being said, my name is Ruzani Kennedy Ramatea. I am the CEO and founder of We Earth. After the Chief Justice has spoken, I think what I'm here to do is just make remarks. I stole that from the minister, I think 2 days ago, Minister Blaine Zimbande. They were launching an event for STNI in Empress Palace, and I was invited there. Now, there was a professor from Princeton University, and this showed me the amount of leaders that we have in our country to understand that this transformation cannot be done alone. And this is why private sector, government, and public institutions need to merge together, because change cannot be done by one person, one woman, one man. It has to be done as a collective. What the minister said on that dinner is to say that we need to look at the diaspora, to come back and share what they have, to come back and invest in Africa. Today, we are here to speak about the diaspora of the university, of the institution. Where are the millionaires? Where are the billionaires? Where are the leaders in government? Where are the leaders in the private sector? Where are they? It is very important and vital that they be found so that they can come back home and give back, contribute to the change that needs to be done. It is vital. So I implore you today to say and support this work that is being done. As you can see, I'm quite a young person. I'm still in the youth category, but I have been mentored. I have about 4 DDGs in government who are my mentors. I have leaders in the private sector who are my mentors, both local and international. I was mentored also by a family that I will say that they made billions during World War, a South African family. They've been based here since, I think, 18 something. But these are some things that will never be said and known. I'm sorry that I'm saying it, but, we have champions in our country. We need to share knowledge. We need to meet in rooms like this, and we need to make sure we can collaborate, because we have a beautiful country. And we have people who have laid a vision. Let's take it forward. Let's show the world who these people were and the vision that they had. With this being said, I must declare that We Earth is an entity based in Stellenbosch but supported by the Department of Science and Technology through the Space Infrastructure Hub. Through an entity called TIA, which is the Technology Innovation Agency. I think my boss, who I call my boss, who is managing our profile at TIA, Malesi Ndlovu, will not be pleased if I do not say that. And she did say that, Kennedy, why didn't you invite us here? So TIA is very much trying and happy to engage with the institution. They want to come in and see what they can also do. Now, our part in what we do, I work predominantly in the space sector. I've been mentored for the past 6 years by a gentleman called Professor C.S. Mostert, who was a professor at Stellenbosch University and led also the computer science division for a time. And this man has been building space satellites since 1989, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. South Africa has been involved in the space program even during the Apollo missions. I might say or not say that he has built equipment that is also on the moon. And those are the champions that we have in our midst. And this gentleman was also, unfortunately, he had another engagement to be at, and he could not be here. He should be the one who's speaking here today. and not me. However, he does send his regards, and we do say that we will be coming back for another engagement with 6 government departments that we are currently working with on a project that we'll be sharing with you shortly. Now, who are we? We are We Earth. What we are doing right now, we are commercializing technology. We're using technology to commercialize about 400,000 farmers across South Africa. So we're going on a journey with the National Department of Agriculture and other collective departments, as we're supported by the DSCI, to re-register all the farmers in the country and mark their boundaries so that we can understand the aggregation potential of the country itself. The Eastern Cape being what it is, and historically one of the biggest farming provinces. I believe by all means that it is the place where this work has to begin. And this is where where we are beginning the work. This is also led by us going into private sector international funders, where last year we were given, within about, I think, a week of us launching our program, we got a 1 billion rand guarantee from an ETC organization. They're called ETC, Export Trade Commission or something like that, from Europe. They will forgive me for butchering the name. From Europe. Now, this week, just yesterday, I was told that we are getting a further 29 billion rand guarantee. And this goes into many spaces, but I'm hoping that that guarantee can be exercised by localized banks here in South Africa so that we can create the change that we need to create here, beginning in the Eastern Cape. Now, with those opportunities that we're outlining, institutions become a vital member in terms of us exercising this, where shortly I will be asking 2 people to come forth if possible, where we will be announcing our partnership with the institution. Investment needs, from my belief, about 2 things. Number 1 is security. Security. Number 2 is confidence. That's why there is this term called investor confidence. What we are doing through the technology that we have developed is to create profiles for investment across South Africa. And we have invited the university to become part of that by hosting something we call the Space Hub, where we are using geospatial information systems and satellites that are already in space at this moment to optimize not only agriculture but investment potential into the Eastern Cape holistically. By hosting the Space Hub, we're able to look at all these other areas and give this information back to our partners in Europe and the UAE and Qatar that we are meeting next week to say, there is great investment potential. There is a shoreline, a great shoreline in the Eastern Cape. Don't you want to build another Dubai? There is a great place where you can do all your organic farming. Don't you think you want to do organic farming here and export back to the UAE? If we are not looking at those things collectively, private sector, institutions, and government, if we're not looking at those things and saying that we actually need to come together so that we can do what? Give the investor confidence. In that, they become a bit secure. And when you invite banks and other people to come on board as hosts for these big funds or so, now they say, okay, we trust the vision. We see where this is going. Now, with that being said, institutions have resources that for us we want to utilize. By hosting this Space Hub, we will be going to digitalize the agricultural sector, but also creating employment for young people. We also have another mandate that we're given by another government partner that I will not mention in public as of yet. But they gave us a mandate to say we have to create 96,000 jobs before the end of the year. And that's just one department. I believe that your alumni is over 118,000. How many of them are not employed, and where are they in South Africa? Because jobs needs to be created. Such systems as demonstrated are so important, and thank you, good sir. Thank you, good sir, for this great work. You'll be talking to our engineers very quickly, please. Such platforms are necessary because our young people are losing hope, and I'm sure you can see where our country is, where things are going. The only thing that I can bring to the table is investors. Investors, and making sure that national structures can commit to facilitating development with institutions like this. Those are the things that I can bring. The people in the room also can bring a lot more other things. That's why we need to work together. Look at this portal that this young man and his team have been developing. And say, where do we fit in? I'm in a place of power somewhere. It might not be a big power, whatever, but it's power nonetheless. What can I do? How can I contribute? It is necessary for such things to be done. Now, with what I came here to do, which I'm only giving a remark, Chief Justice said it all, I'm here to also say that the Technology Innovation Agency has fully accepted our relationship that we will be going into with the institution itself, with the University of Walter Sisulu. And with that being said, I am asking, if possible, I can be joined. I know it might not be protocol. Forgive me for breaking protocol. What I have here in my screen is an MOU between, and I have a pen. I might not have a paper, but I have a pen here. I have an MOU. Oh, sorry, ma'am.
We are going to take care of that later.
Oh, later. Oh, perfect. Okay. I've been tasked. Therefore, I can finish my speech then. But what we are going to do is something that is going to create jobs almost instantaneously. From our side, we want to create 5,600 jobs, and we want to put the first 1,400 jobs here. By the end of September, we should have those 1,400 young people already engaged. But all of this cannot be done alone. It is done through government collaborations, and those are the people that I'm going to be bringing in. My hope is that by the time that we come back, the partners that are in the room, government, private sector, have consolidated with the university to say this is what we can do towards the vision. The vision will be laid out so that everybody can take hold of it and say this is how I can contribute. But with the vision being laid out like that, we are asking that the private sector come to the institution saying this is what we can contribute, this is what we can do, because in that, as I said, we are bringing a lot of investment. It cannot be done by us and the institutions alone. We need private sector partners. We need to work with government for amenities. We need to work with many other stakeholders so that we can become successful. There's a great vision that has been laid, and I thank God for the freedom that we have today. May we not disappoint the future. May we not disappoint ourselves. May we go home understanding that we have a role to play, and may we play it today. And I would say with that, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ramatseha. Thank you very much. Two very important things: confidence and security. That's a take home. Confidence, security. I must have confidence that you will do 1, 2, 3, and I must feel secured around you. Thank you so much. Can we have a big round of applause for Mr. Ramatseha? Colleagues, we are coming right to the end of our own program for today, because now I am going to request The director, alumni relations, aze kwipodium aze kusibulela ukuba sibe lapha kunye naye ngolu suku lwanamhlanje. Lo mntwana that has been nurtured ebengezeze azalwe if ebeyedwa, but because thina sonke sihlangene sahlanganisa izandla, the event or the launch is now a success because all of us are here. Sicela Mr. Mbongo azokusibulela ngobukho bethu apha. Xa Mr. Mbongo egcina ukubulela, mina I'm not going to come back to ipodium. Koko Mrs. Hendricks will come and make few announcements from my side, Mr. Mbongo, before I invite you. Ithi ngibonge leli thuba engilinikeziwe lokuthi ngibe lana yazi behind this podium Nkosi yami, and get to see all these handsome and beautiful faces. Ndivumeleni ndithi uThixo woxolo nothando ahambe nani, anigcine nibahleni nje nize nibe ne weekend emnandi. Mina ndingumantshangasi umsuthukazi noMathebu Ngutyana, ndinithanda nonke. Over to you, Mr. Mbongo. Let's welcome him on stage. The director, alumni relations.
Hey, I apologize if I can't match the energy. If I didn't know better, Manchangazi bendizawuthi usafuna ndiqashe. Kanti ke sowuqeshiwe. And you've done a great job. I mean, she's actually 10 days into the office with the rest of the other managers as well. So when they got in, they said they want to be onboarded, and already I was putting them into meetings. Because I told them one thing, excellence and output is not a coincidence. We've been working in the boardroom every day together with officers. So I just wanted to mention that because today is a teamwork, and I'm grateful to the team. I wish then to also acknowledge people that are here. Let me not ride on the protocol. There's a danger in riding to things you might not know. So let me start from the beginning and acknowledge council members, Mr. Jahan, your presence, Judge Flatella in absentia, the executive management that is here, the executive deans, deputy executive deans, the leadership of convocation, directors, unit heads, faculty leadership, the professors that are here, our friends of the university. The VC said we don't call them donors. They are friends of the university. I wish to acknowledge everyone today that is here. KG, if you did not know, I'm also a cum laude graduate. In case you don't know, if you don't believe me, there's my lecturer at the back, Mama Jova. I come from those ends. So the qualifications I've done here, I've graduated. You mentioned 70 something, I was not there. I was actually on 90 something. And I've said my lecturer is there in case you don't know. So the portal, Modern and Innovation, was an instruction. I met with the Vice Chancellor around March. She asked me, how do you report on impact? How do you tend to continuously engage your alumni? Those are strategic questions, not operational questions. And I couldn't respond. And that was the reality. The fact was that the university did not have a system. During the month of May, Councillor Jachan, after graduation, mentioned that she had opportunities for our graduates, but he didn't know who to call. Again, the issue of reality came in. The university is not doing enough. And I don't blame the university, I don't blame us, because leadership without clarity, precision, and purpose is difficult. If you are not told what to achieve, you will walk around thinking that you are doing a lot of work, yet you are not doing anything. You are extremely busy, but busy with nothing. And that might have been the culture. It's no one's fault. When you are asked direct, specific questions, you must be prepared to respond and account. Leadership clarity. So, Vice Chancellor, thank you for challenging me to that question. Hence, I'm saying the portal is not innovation, it's an instruction. I was told to develop a system, and the system is here today. I also wish to speak to a small cosmetic issue around leadership. I've asked myself, how come a potential like KG can be in the system and not be nurtured? It's impossible. He's intelligent. I don't need to know how to develop a portal because I don't have to. Leaders, managers, directors, heads, let's give opportunities to talent. They will not replace us. So do not fear anything. Because talent needs to meet opportunities. If we don't give people opportunities, they will not flourish. That is why you'll end up saying the space is political. It's not political, it's bureaucrat. We take people's ideas and want to own them as our own. If I could present that portal today, you'd end up confused here today by the time you walk out. It's not mine. It's KG's development work. It's a point around leadership. People that work with us are not our enemies. In fact, they need to be given an opportunity to flourish and let them flourish. The third part is the importance of the leadership that has been demonstrated by the faculty executive deans. Before coming here today, we've consulted student affairs through Ms. Ntsiki office. Campus SRC, institutional SRC was consulted. What are your views? We went to all faculties that were available for consultation. They gave us their views. Alumni do not belong to Alumni Relations Office. They belong to faculties because they've got homes through programs and disciplines. Faculties must own alumni for alumni participation to be improved. You cannot move forward without the inclusion of faculties. Faculties were able to provide inputs. The final product you see here is a product of collective thoughts and work that all the stakeholders have managed to contribute. We've went to convocation leadership and said, you have already done the work. How do you think we can improve? Because once you get to a space and think you've come up with something new under the sun, again, you are running a danger. Everyone has been doing something in this university. Just that our methods and approaches have been fragmented. There has been work that was done. You've got to acknowledge that so that you get to improve. It's not a new idea. It's an improvement of systematic thinking. We further on went to EMC. We went on to a council for consultation. This is a collective thought of what we call a catalytic project for the university. This is a university project. And I want to thank each and every one of you today for your contribution. And for those that still don't know how they are going to contribute moving forward, it's simple. We are going to make sure that all the students that were teaching, the ones we have taught, they register on the portal. I'm going to make sure that as we move forward, we align our faculty plans, faculty strategies, to some of the ambitions the university has around alumni partnerships. You don't have to consult me. As a faculty, you can develop that on your own. I want to show that alumni work is all our work, irrespective of where we are. Directors in your unit heads, there's a contribution you can make towards alumni engagement. There has been something we've missed. The only important thing we've been told is around the student life cycle. Student access, student retention, student success. No one told us about the university life cycle. Once you start to become a student, you graduate. You've got a lifelong relationship with the university. And now this is not a choice. Because when we are students, if we do not make you happy, you can go and register to another university. But as an alumni, you are happy, you are not happy, your history is with us. Now that is a danger because it's what we have not realized for the longest time. So today that we know better, it goes to the issue of changing the culture. What can we do as the university to make sure that we build on the lessons that are learned? I know that with scholarship, it's a difficult space. Everyone is actually correct. It's normal because anyway, knowledge is subjective. That is why there are perceptions and opinions. But today, we do not want to create anything perfect. This is not about perfection. It's about a paradigm shift. The state and the stage in which knowledge construction is being done has shaped differently. It is no longer about theory, what we read, research. It's also about industry partnerships. It's about collaborations. It's about program alignment. Are we fit for purpose? That is the question you can't respond to as an internal staff member of the university. That is why advisory boards are important and our alumni become part of them. When we do accreditation, what are the necessary needs in the industry? We call our alumni back and say, give us a guest lecture on a particular topic. That is how faculties can make sure that alumni participation gets to improve. So I'm just giving hints and I'm saying this is all for us. The same manner in which we contribute to student success is the very same manner we can contribute towards alumni. Thanks, KG, for not breaking down. I saw that the network was giving you challenges. This is where character is tested. If you could have time and listen to him without what he said here today, there's more to that portal he couldn't speak to, but because of the network challenges, I could see that he had to rush. And after listening to the presentation, I want you to do your own investigation and go to the South African University. go to their website and check if there's anything of existent of this nature. Then come back and give me feedback. We are at a state now with this statement that says we are no longer pursuing excellence. I've said excellence is not a coincidence. We are creating excellence. And we are creating excellence with systems. I must know that even if tomorrow when I leave, the Alumni Relations Office must operate. It must not depend on me. It's not my office. It's the university office. People come and go. I will come and I will go. And hopefully to somewhere better and something better. But the system will remain behind. So we need to create a culture where systems become our way of deploying strategic ways of dealing with uncertainties. Because the life we live in is created with uncertainties. So with this being said, we mobilize all our alumni to offer their time, their talent, and their treasure. We do understand that they had challenges with the university. I think Dr. Magdash expressed this. And I'm going to say two words that usually I think build a relationship or build a home, in fact. And these words are words that we often undermine, but they carry a great impact. So to our alumni, I want to say, firstly, thank you. Thank you for choosing us when we were not deserving. Thank you for calling yourself with our name as a university when it was not popular for you to do so. Thank you for making sure that the relationships you have with the university are still ongoing despite our shortfalls. We thank you for that. Secondary to that, we want to say we are sorry. We're not going to point hands at anyone. We are sorry as a university. We are sorry that you were mistreated. We are sorry that your experience might not have been what you have espoused. We are sorry that we had not been the university we were longing for. We are sorry that we never seen you, we never heard you, we never listened. And today we are making a commitment as a university, collectively in our great minds, to say this is a change of new leaf. And our purpose is to nourish the future. Help us, join us. We see you, we hear you. Make a contribution. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the end of our program. The take home is that akukho maqwathini apha. Uyithethe ngokwakhe. The other one I'd like to say to the Alumni Relations Office, you are led. And the last part, I want us to clap hands to our wonderful program director who led us in this program in the most wonderful way. And I'm happy because the sign language interpreters as well that we are going to clap hands for are men, and VC always wants to know where's the woman when there are too many men amongst us. So the program director was a woman, and I see you, Dr. Chembe, also, that I know you look at that all the time. Thank you to our sign language interpreters who give the audience that has impairment to know and to hear what we are doing all the time. Thank you, gentlemen. Now, a few announcements on the program. is that the first thing, angiqale ngohlelo 15, so that everyone can listen. We have 2 serving stations, ladies and gentlemen. This one closer will do, the people that were here last night will do the same drill as last night. We leave that station for council members, for executive management, and our honored guests. We will leave that serving station and then use that other one, because there's a last part on the program that they'll be engaged in. So there are some that are going to be here, but we will allow them so that they can know that the Vice Chancellor, all DVCs that are available here, Mr. Daweti, Mr. Dladla, Mr. Mbongo, and our honored guest, Mr. Ramatsia, they will go to the boardroom. There's a short interaction that is going to be happening there, and then they will come to the serving station. So whoever is here, just be mindful that these people won't be joining you immediately. They will be at the boardroom, and then they'll come back and join you at the serving station. The other serving station on the other side will be all other guests that are here with us. Right. That is the arrangement that we're going to have this afternoon. Otherwise, the program director had already signed off. I was not one, I was just making announcements, and normally the person that thanks people is never thanked, so I'd like to say, Tigela, wenzeka kuhle.